Welcome to the Boulevard Home Game of the Week on the Fan Sports Network.
Punishing runner.
Into the end zone, touchdown.
Big hole up the middle. 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
For a touchdown.
Welcome in, everybody, to your Boulevard Home Game of the Week here from Crimson Cliffs High School, where the Mustangs are taking on the Pineview Panthers. Caden Formaster here with Keith Curtis on your broadcast tonight here on the Fan Sports Network. We want to thank Findlay Subaru, Fabius Freddy's, and Bucks Ace Hardware. They brought you your Region 9 tailgate over on the Fan Sports Network on the radio side of things. And, of course, gracious sponsors of ours here for tonight's game. And, of course, think Bucks when you need anything for guns and ammo, barbecues, lawn garden, all of it. Think Bucks. 3 Southern Utah locations. And Keith, we're getting ready for the second to last game of the season here in Region 9.
Yeah, it's crazy to think we're already there, almost at the end of the region season here. And, you know, we got a short week next week, so, you know, this will be wrapping up fairly quickly. We'll know who's going where for the playoffs, and it's hard to believe it's already upon us.
It is here, and it will be just a short stone's throw away before we're in the playoffs. And, you know, one of these teams here tonight with Crimson Cliffs, they are set up pretty well right now, I'd say, to be able to get a bye through the first round of the playoffs and quite easily move on. And as a matter of fact, I think it doesn't matter if they lose these next 2 games. They're probably getting the bye anyway, so it wouldn't matter. But I do think that there's still a good possibility that they'll make their presence known over the next couple of games.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They, for those of you at home that haven't been following the Mustangs this year, their only loss is at Bingham. And in that game, they led at halftime and actually should have won that game.
3-point loss, yeah, and it really did come down to the wire in week 2 there at Bingham, as you mentioned. And, yeah, I mean, this is a team that has done very, very well for themselves in trying to get themselves in a good spot to proceed through into the playoffs.
And they've got athletes all over the place, both on offense and defense. We'll talk about the keys to the game, but, you know, with it being so close to the end of the season here, you can't take nights off, and so this is a big game here tonight.
Yes, it is. And, of course, with this one, we have 2 other games going on tonight. Those games are Hurricane and Desert Hills, and we have Snow Canyon and Dixie. So those 2 games going on here in Southern Utah as well, and over on the fansportsnetwork.com, the Fan Sports Network YouTube page if you haven't seen those over there. But, again, it should be a great night of football. Weather-wise, it's just about perfect.
Yeah, it is absolutely beautiful. We're looking outside the press box here. Not a single cloud in the sky, and, you know, about 70, probably 78 degrees. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic, Caden.
It is absolutely fantastic. As the Mustangs are getting ready to take the field here shortly. Panthers already out there on the sideline. And we're all just waiting for the Mustangs to get on the field so they can present the colors here. The color guards out there standing on the edge of the 50-yard line. They're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, they're anxious. They want to get this thing moving. They usually do a little ball drop, too, if I remember right. I don't know if they do it every week from a helicopter or not, but
yeah, we'll see if they do it this week.
Yeah.
Want to thank House of Jump, bringing you your pregame here. You can purchase 1 hour of jump time Monday through Thursday. Mention that you heard it right here at the Fan Sports Network, and you can get $10 to go towards your arcade for free. Again, mention that with House of Jump. And, of course, we want to thank them for being a proud sponsor of Region 9 Athletics this season. Again, the Mustangs getting lined up in the inflatable football helmet over there and then their tunnel. And I know on the screen our camera isn't showing over that direction, but it's all good. We'll bring you that play-by-play anyways. Now with them coming onto the field here, Keith, let's talk a little bit about our keys to the game real quick while we let them take the field. Taking a look at the keys to the game here, starting with the Pineview Panthers.
Yeah, for Pineview, I think it's really important tonight that they limit the turnovers. They've got to keep the ball on their side. You know, their offense kind of control the clock, so it's going to be key that they don't have the turnover issues. And it looks like the quarterback Moore, he's a junior, for Pineview. He's got over 2,100 yards on the season. When we saw him earlier in the year, Caden, at least when I was calling a couple games earlier, his interception count was up there. It looks like he's reined that in a little bit. So he's got a really good percentage that way. He's averaging almost 310 yards a game. So they got to control the ball on offense. That's a key for them. And they also, when they get the ball, they got to score, because Crimson averages close to 40 points a game, and they're only giving up about 10. So it's going to be important that they score tonight.
For sure. On Crimson Cliff's side of the keys to the game here, brought to you by Team D Auto Sales. For them, a big part of that is just shutting down the passing game. We know that Pineview has a couple of great receivers. They get a lot of yards that way, high in the ranks and in the stats across the state of Utah, heck, even nationally.
Yeah.
So we know that the passing game is a strong suit of their game. The other part of it is just that killer mindset. We know Crimson has it. You got to come into this game continuing to have it. You don't need to try to play down to Pineview. Pineview's struggled a little bit in region play. Don't play down to them, because they can come out and bite you quick.
They could, and you can't look ahead to next week, because next week they got Dixie, and that could be for the region title. So
Exactly. And then, of course, just play your brand of football. We know that Crimson's a winning team. They continue to do it week in and week out. You don't need to change up too much. You know what you are. You know your identity. Keep that identity in your back pocket and go out there and play some football.
Yeah, that's really the key. I think if they come with that mindset tonight, they'll be all right. So,
and with that, we have the presentation of the colors going on. So we will step aside, take a break during the national anthem. When we come back, it's the kickoff here on your Boulevard Home Game of the Week.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
We give you the green light. 4 Seasons Auto Sales. Hook you up with some wheels. Drive on out of here. We give you the green light. Buy here, pay here. You can apply online. Now it's time to ride.
Hey, Region 9 sports fans. This is Matt Hickman with Academy Mortgage, a proud sponsor of Region 9 football. I would be honored to help you with your next mortgage, whether it's purchasing a home, building, or refinancing. Hey, I'm wide open. Let's connect for a touchdown.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out, with 2 southern Utah locations, as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Asphalt. It's not something we think about much, except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's HA5 slows asphalt aging by 67%. We make your pavement assets last longer, cost less to own, all while achieving higher property values. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Red Ledge's Dermatology and Med Spa, specializing in general and cosmetic dermatology, treating acne, rashes, warts, and more. They even do cancer screenings and offer a free chemical pill with your first appointment. So if you need dermatology, think Red Ledge's Dermatology, located just off Snow Canyon Parkway, St. George.
Own property and want to rent it? Then you need the right team with 11 years of local experience, a staff of over 25 employees, and a 4.9 Google rating. Aim to maximize your rental income and find quality tenants while keeping turnover low to increase your revenue and truly maintain your property. Learn more at redrockpropertymanagement.com.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
The Fan Sports Network is your home for local sports. Catch The Drive with Devin Dixon from 7 to 9, and From the Bleachers with Caden Formaster and Mark Musgrave from 4 to 6. Plus, Utah Tech and high school sports live on the radio and streaming on the fansportsnetwork.com.
Back at it here at Crimson Cliffs High School, getting ready for kickoff shortly as the Mustangs are taking on the Pineview Panthers. It's Caden Formaster here with Keith Curtis on your broadcast tonight. And it is our last Friday night of the regular season. Not tomorrow. That'd be a really quick turnaround if it's tomorrow. Wednesday. Wednesday, we will see the final region and regular season matchups going on. And those games will be streamed right here on the Fan Sports Network as well. One of those games that you mentioned would be Crimson Cliffs and Dixie. And if Dixie wins tonight, that's one of those games we're going to be keeping an eye on. If they win tonight, then and Crimson wins tonight, then they will be facing off for a region title.
Yeah, it'll be a heck of a matchup, and one that we'll all be looking for, because both teams will be undefeated in region, and there'll be a lot riding on that game. So that should be a fun one to keep an eye on.
And, of course, we'll be bringing you your Nets on Fire scoring updates, where we look across the region and bringing you those scoring updates right here on the broadcast. That way you don't have to go switching around all the different broadcasts. We'll let you know anytime that there's a scoring update. We'll be sending those your direction. So, yeah, you can just keep it right here on this one. But, of course, again, we don't mind if you hop around and say hello to the other broadcasts. We'll let you do that as well. We're not going to be stingy. Teams meeting at midfield right now, getting ready for the coin toss. We talked about our Team D Auto Sales keys to the game earlier. We want to thank them for being a proud sponsor of Region 9 Athletics. You can give them a visit on their website, teamdautosales.com, or visit them in person at 488 East St. George Boulevard. Now, let's talk a little bit, Keith, about this game here tonight, where the Mustangs, Panthers, back at it again. Both of these teams, the passing game is one of those where both teams have some great receivers, great talent on that side.
Yeah, they really do. For Pineview, it starts with Quincy Jones. He is electric. He's just under 1,000 yards receiving on the year, and he's got speed to burn. So he is quick, and if they can get the ball to him, as well as move it around to the big tight end, who is another one that you'll want to keep an eye out. He's a 5-star recruit that's being looked at by just about any big school across the country. That's and then I think the real key guy, I think tonight for Pineview, they gotta lean on Mo Tonga. I think they gotta get that running game going just to kind of keep a little ball control going for Pineview.
And now looks like Pineview won the toss. They're going to defer, and Crimson will receive on the north side.
Well, Caden, here we go. These are two teams that are neighboring schools, so there's a lot of extra love between the two schools, I'm sure. Nothing like a good spirited rivalry game to end your Friday night, that's for sure. But, Caden, if we talk about the Crimson side of the offense, they're led by their quarterback, and he's just been on fire lately. He's been playing really, really good. That's Steele Barbin. He's been, at least the games we've covered, he's averaged almost 4 touchdowns a game. We saw him here just a couple weeks ago against Stansbury, and he tore them apart. And so it's if he can stay hot and stay on cue, that will be the key for their offense. They can move the ball in, all the way around to Tyler West, who's got great speed. Boston Adamson's got great hands. The Peterson kid's got good hands. And I haven't even mentioned the coach's son yet. So, I mean, they got weapons all over the place.
That's exactly right. They definitely have a little bit of everything as they're getting ready to receive this kick away from the Pineview Panthers. David Beckstrand getting set up on the tee over there to get ready to kick it away. And back to receive for the Mustangs. Number 7, Caden Garcia Casey. Number 14, Tyler West. Both back there to receive this kick away for the Mustangs and get this game started and underway here in the first quarter. 12 minutes on the clock. And Pineview set up with the white jerseys, the black pants, Crimson and the all reds. And the kick is away, and it's a line drive off the foot of Beckstrand into the end zone. It'll bring it back out to the 20.
Boy, that was like a hard liner off a bat in baseball.
That's what I'm saying. That's a line drive.
That was, you could hang your clothes on that thing, but they were about 8 yards deep into the end zone. That was quite the boot.
Yeah, that was a great kick there by David Beckstrand. We'll see him in every single facet of the game. the senior David Beckstrand is, we'll see him at back. We'll see him lining up in all sorts of different places. Getting ready to get started here with Barbin in the gun. He'll take the snap and hand it off. And room to run up the middle for Mason Topalian. He gets all the way down to the 34-yard line, enough for the first down.
Well, good start there for Crimson. They just hit the right side of the line and picked up 12 yards.
And moving quickly here, pass over the middle. Ty West picks it up and shifts his way forward to a gain of 14.
Yeah, nice job by Barbin, just finding the hole in the zone defense there, and West broke off the route, hit him, and picked up another 13 yards. So they're on the move.
Ball already over to the 49-yard line, just trying to inch forward into that territory of the Panthers. This run trying to push through, maybe a yard on it. It'll be pushed right back, and they'll make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that was a nice job that time for Pineview, the middle of the defense there. Number 64, that is Caden Nelson, the big senior in the middle there, and made the stop.
Trips near side. Barbin tosses the hand towel behind him. He doesn't want it.
Too much stickum.
And play action across the middle, dropped pass.
Yeah, they tried to hit West on a little 3-yard curl route, just a quick hitter, and there was a linebacker right there for Pineview. I think it was number 41 on the coverage, and that was just good coverage and knocked the ball out, so it'll be 3rd and long.
Mustang set up with 4 receivers, 2 on either side as Barbin looks to pass on 3rd down. He goes to the far sideline and just out of reach of Boston Adamson.
Yeah, that was just a case of Barbin not using his legs as much to drive into that throw and came up a little short. You don't see that very often, a wide open receiver, and Barbin not hit him.
4th down, 9 to go, and they are going to go for it with trips to the near side. They look to the sideline. Coach over here on the sideline looking to try to give him some sort of sense of direction on a 4th and 9. And it's going to go pass up the middle into the hands of his receiver. It's a first down. Peterson on the reception.
Yeah, that was a great little in route that time by Peterson. He squared it off about 15 yards in. The key to that play, though, is there was no pressure on Barbin, and he was able to stand in the pocket and deliver a strike and pick up the first down.
He had West open, too, it looked like, on the other side. This one goes to Olofopo. He'll push forward for a gain of about 4.
Yeah, that's just, again, it's just a quick hitter. They're just trying to set the defense up, and that was good coverage by Quincy Jones that time for Pineview. So gain of about 4 or 5 yards.
Ball down at the 27-yard line. Crimson with 3 receivers on the far side, looking to pass and rolling out from the pressure with a wide open field in front of him. He's going to run it out for the first down and a little more. Oh. Big hit from behind, though, as he gets the first down and a little extra.
Yeah, that was a nice job that time by Barbin. It looked like he could have cut to the outside and run out of bounds. Instead, he chose to cut it inside, and big 69 chased him down and laid the lumber on him. That was a big hit.
Taking the snap again, looking to pass. It goes to Adamson. Adamson with the lane up the edge, and he'll walk his way in for a touchdown.
Boy, just again a quick hitter that time on the outside on the white side of the field. Breaks a tackle, Adamson does, and he tiptoes his way into the end zone. We got our first score of the ball game.
Adamson takes it in for another touchdown. He's been no stranger to the end zone this season.
Boy, Caden, we just got an update, too, over at Desert Hills. Garrett Grondell got the start, and he just scored for Desert Hills. They're up 7-0 already.
Ty Ottenshot with the extra point, and it is good. And the Mustangs get off to an early lead, 7-0 against the Pineview Panthers here on the Fan Sports Network.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit adamswealthadvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor.
Crimson gets on the board early. It's 7-0 here against Pineview as the home team gets ready to kick it off here.
Well, Caden, Pineview came out, had them fourth and about 8.5 yards, and if they could have got the stop there, would have been in great field position. But as it is, Crimson picks up the first down, carries the momentum, and now they're on the board. So. Oh, an onside.
And they're going with an onside. They say they have it.
They do. They got it. Number 37 came up with it. Boy, what a kick. That was Jordan Phillips, who's a middle linebacker, who came up with the ball. He was almost like a basketball play. He boxed the guy out from Pineview from getting that ball.
Well, and that's the kicker, Ty Ottenshot, over there boxing it out, and they get the ball right back. They want to put this one away is what they want to do. So they'll get the ball at their own 48-yard line here.
Boy, what a gutsy call to do that in the first quarter. You know what I mean, Caden? That could have gave Pineview excellent field position, and just like that, Crimson now has the ball first and 10 and on the Pineview side.
And I don't think Pineview was expecting the onside kick at all. There was no indication that it would be going that direction. I think it even fooled our camera person up top.
Yeah.
Going deep down the sideline. He got Boston, or excuse me, Ty West all the way out into the end zone for a touchdown down the sideline.
Boy, what a beautiful throw that time by Barb. And again, no pressure. Hangs in the pocket, and he's able to lay it up there beautifully as West runs right underneath it for the easy 6.
Yeah, Ty West went in motion at the last second there and took it all the way down the sideline for the Crimson Cliff score.
Boy, Caden, the key was they got him in motion, which got him already going full speed as he made his break up the field. And unfortunately for Pineview, the defensive back just wasn't able to catch up to him.
And extra point coming, but just waiting on the officials to give them the word to go.
Touchdown. After the play, dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 11. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the ensuing kickoff.
They're given a penalty, unsportsmanlike, against Crimson Cliffs.
Yeah.
It's Boston Adamson that got the unsportsmanlike conduct call, and they'll put it on the kickoff.
Excessive cheering, maybe?
Must have been.
Because I didn't see anything but then again, I got 50-year-old eyes. So.
There you go. Well, the extra point is good. It's 14-0. We'll step aside and be back with more right here after this.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
What a strange way to start this game. 9:09 left here. So really we're only 3 minutes into the game, and the score 14-0. Crimson up quick after they, of course, start the game off with the ball, drive all the way down and score. Onside kick, go in, score. And after a penalty, they now have to kick off from the 25-yard line.
Okay, and I didn't think we'd get the Jason bomb of the game already in 3 minutes. But
hey, and shout out to Jason Baum hanging out with me today on From the Bleachers. So good show with him today.
Yeah, it's always good to. Did he talk wrestling? I know that's his. He loves to talk
No wrestling today. Just a lot of football talk today.
Oh, there you go.
This one will be returnable at the 8-yard line. Bringing it out is Braxton Linville. All the way down to about the 42-yard line.
Yeah, had a nice little hole over there, broke a tackle, drug someone along for a little bit. So Pineview will finally get that offense out on the field and have really good field position to start.
That will be a Red Rock Real Estate first down to get things started for the Pineview Panther offense, who we are only seeing for the first time right now.
Yeah, I mentioned in the pregame show, Adam Moore's the quarterback for him. He's a junior. It's grown throughout the year.
Tonga on the run up the middle, and he'll be stopped for only a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, Tonga just tried to hit a little crack there between guard and tackle and found a little crease, but it was closed quickly that time by that Crimson defense, picking up a short game.
And back at it, Moore in the gun. Takes the snap, and he'll look to pass. He's going to go right across the middle. It's picked off. Past the 40 and the 30. McKay Wright making his way down past the 15 and the 10, and knocked down.
I don't think Moore even saw Wright in the middle of the field. He was looking for that deep in route there for Pineview. He's at number 43 is who he's looking for, and threw it right to McKay Wright, who was sitting right in the middle of the zone right there.
And I think they said he stepped out of bounds. Oh, and we got a flag out there on the play too. So,
yeah.
But I believe that was after
the interception.
Yeah, they're bringing it back. So right now Crimson's offense is staying on the field, but they're bringing the ball all the way back. It was a holding call after the interception.
Yeah, so we get it about the 47 and a half, 48-yard line.
So they said it was a 10-yard penalty, of course, after the foul. So the foul taking place at the 38-yard line. And now, similar situation they were in before here, Keith. 1st and 10 to start off a drive inside Pineview Panthers' 48-yard line.
Okay, and wouldn't be surprised. Again, it's a quick changeover possession, and I wouldn't be surprised if they try to go up on top again.
Let's see what they do on 1st and 10. And it's a handoff. Christiansen will take it. He bounces off some defenders, but ends up with no gain on the play.
Yeah, that was just nicely done that time by the defensive line for Pineview. Number 59, Seth Shumway, the big defensive tackle, was there, along with number 64, Caden Nelson. So good job of stacking up the run so far for Pineview. It's through the air that they've been, unfortunately, burned on.
2nd and 10, going I formation under center. And he dropped it. Went for the handoff, dropped it, ended up taking a knee and picking it up. So it'll be 3rd down with a loss of 4.
Caden, this is new for the Crimson offense. They've got Barbin under center.
I don't know if I've ever seen him under center.
I know, and they had the running back or the fullback like 1 yard right behind him. So it's kind of a different formation.
And you could tell they were moving in slow motion there a little bit on that play. You could tell it was a new play for them. They go back to what they know best. It's a pass across the middle with plenty of blockers upfield as West slips through one tackle and keeps on moving forward. Goes out of bounds around the 29-yard line after the massive gain, and definitely enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, that's just a crossing route in front of the zone, and he outruns the linebacker, then cuts a back upfield and breaks a couple tackles and picks up 20-plus yards for the 1st down.
Trips up far side, handoff to Christiansen with a big hole past the 20 to 15. He's going to get all the way in. It's a touchdown for the Mustangs.
Boy, that was, I think you or I could have ran through that hole. It was right between the center and the guard that time on the right side. And Christiansen goes all the way to pay dirt, untouched.
Record Christiansen now with the third score on the board here for the Mustangs. And Ottenshot getting ready for the extra point.
Yeah, for Christiansen on the year, that is his 9th touchdown.
Yeah, and the extra point is good. Crimson Cliffs goes on top with 7:05 left to play in the first quarter. It's 21-0. We're going to take a break when we come back.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit adamswealthadvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Welcome back in Crimson Cliffs High School, where the Mustangs now lead 21-0 over the Pineview Panthers. Panthers getting ready to receive the kickoff here.
Well, Caden, we thought we'd see some fireworks throughout the game, but we didn't think we'd see them within the first 5 minutes the way we have. My goodness.
On shot here, getting ready to kick this one away. And that one will go into the end zone, and we'll bring it back out to the 20-yard line.
Well, Caden, you're seeing how prolific that offense is for Crimson Cliffs. They can get you over the top. They can hit you with the run. Even the screen game, the underneath game. I mean, they're a handful to try to bottle up. And again, I think where Pineview's momentum was lost was on that 4th down pickup that they were able to get, 4th and long in that first drive, and it's just been downhill sledding since then.
Panthers offense trying to get something rolling as Tonga takes a handoff, and he'll be dropped for a loss of 2.
Yeah, that was the big guy in the middle. Oh, no, that was right. The linebacker, middle line. Oh, excuse me. No, that wasn't. I apologize. That's the big fella in the middle, number 54. That's Parker Andrus. He had an interception last week for Crimson as the nose tackle.
And back at it here for the Panthers. Take the snap is Moore, looking to pass, going across the middle. Jones, 10-yard gain.
Yeah, I was just going to say they got to get Quincy Jones involved. He's at just under 1,000 yards receiving on the year, and they hit him on a little 5-yard curl route, and then he picks up another 3-4 yards after, so brings up a 3rd and manageable. They got to keep going to him tonight, or this thing could get out of hand quickly.
Especially right here on a 3rd and 2. You got to keep converting those first downs. Let's see what the Panthers can do on this one. Snap is away. Moore looking to pass. He'll go to Harris. Harris tripped up, stayed on his feet for a little bit, but only a gain of a yard.
Yeah, he's going to be about a full yard short there. Harris thought he had it, but he's definitely short of that line to gain. So looks like they're going to leave the offense on the field.
That's exactly what I was going to say. They're going to keep everyone out there and try to gain that half a yard that they need.
Boy, Caden,
it really is a 4th and inches here.
This could be a big turnover if they aren't able to get it.
Maybe they try to get the jump off sides here. Timeout is taken instead. We'll take a timeout ourselves. More when we come back here on the Fan Sports Network.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr. Cody and his experienced staff at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry are game changers. So when it comes to checkups, a toothache, or any problem with your kid's teeth, call experienced veteran Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 628-0511.
Pineview switches it up. They bring out the punting unit this time. And the punt is away. Beckstrand's punt falls in right around the 36.
Well, Caden, I think that was a smart thing to do if you're, the Pineview coach. It's not that I'm going to sit and second guess it, but if they'd have got stomped on that 4th down, you're just giving that Crimson offense, only 20 yards to go. And so I think that's the smart, logical play, and you got to see what your defense can come up with as far as shutting down that high-octane Crimson offense.
Yeah. Here they go on first down. Red Rock Real Estate first down here for the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs. And Topalian really nowhere to run, and he'll even lose a couple yards.
Yeah, that was a great play by Eli Nelson. He's the linebacker. He's a junior. He shot through the open hole and brought Topalian down for a 2-yard loss, like you mentioned.
Crimson with trips up to the far side. They take the snap. Barvin to pass here to the near side. It's caught. And quickly out of bounds. About an 8-yard gain.
Yeah, that was just about a 10-yard out by Luke Childs, who ran a nice route. And Barvin just hit him right as he got out of his break and picked up 10 yards. So now it's 3rd and very manageable with a short 2.
Third down and 2 to go here. Handoff.
Oh, nice.
Still, Barvin really wanted to keep it himself when he saw that pressure coming up the barrel.
Well, that was number 32 again, Eli Nelson. He shot through the open hole where the running back Topalian was trying to go and dropped him for a 4-yard loss. So an excellent play. And like you said, Barvin almost took it from him on the option there, but decided not to, have a mishap with the ball or a fumble. So it'll bring up 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
On 4th down and 5. They went for it last time on 4th down. Pineview looking like they want to show some pressure there. It's that same number 32, Elijah Nelson. They send a blitz, 6 up the middle. Going outside with it is Barvin, and he's got him. Ty West past the 10 and in. It's another Crimson Cliffs touchdown.
Boy, that was, again, another beautifully well-thrown ball. Barvin, they did send a blitz up the middle, but the backer picked up the pressure, and he laid a nice little pass to West, and he ran right under it about the 30, and it was smooth sailing from there.
Crimson Cliffs now making it 27-0 with 3:27 left to play here in the first quarter. Extra point coming. And it looks to be good. It is good. They make it 28-0 here on the Fan Sports Network and on your Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. We'll return right after this.
We give you the green light. 4 seasons auto sales. Hook you up with some wheels. Drive on out of here. We give you the green light. Buy here, pay here. You can apply online. Now it's time to ride.
Snow Canyon up there.
Welcome back in here to the Fan Sports Network. We're just talking about Snow Canyon update.
Yeah.
Snow Canyon's up 7-3 right now. 31-yard touchdown pass to JT Westbrook. Gets them on the board and in the lead. Panthers getting ready to receive this one away here from the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs. bring it out to the 20.
Boy, Unshot put that one past the back line of the end zone. He's got the leg. Of course, after as many points as they've scored this year, he's had lots of practice. Get that leg in shape.
Oh, yeah.
Well, now we've had our second bomb of the game to Ty West, and the first one was 49 yards. This one was about, what, 54 yards? So he's got over 100 yards just in 2 catches.
He's moving the ball. He is moving the ball.
My goodness.
And Moore looking to pass, goes out into the flat, going up high. For it is Harris. And he'll move the ball for about a 5-yard gain, 4 or 5 yards. They'll give him 4.
Yeah, Moore that time almost overthrew Harris. And Harris, again, he's a 6'5" kid with his arms up high. He's probably up close to 10 feet. So Moore almost skied it on him. But he did a nice job of bringing it down and picking up positive yardage on first down.
Pineview really taking their time on offense. They really, I mean, I think they just, they want to give that defense a rest, obviously. So that's part of it as they send trips out to the near side. But they got to continue to move the ball and try to convert. Moore goes up the middle. It's Harris. Spins out one and goes down at the 40.
That time it was a beautiful pass that time from Moore. Again, right over the top of the linebacker, and Harris goes up high, brings it in, and spins off a tackler and picks up a few more positive yards. So great job by Pineview.
Well, we have the exact same score across town. Desert Hills 28-0 over Hurricane right now with 3 minutes left in the first quarter, and that's exactly what it is here. 3 minutes left in the first quarter, 28-0. As Moore will get taken down by big number 50, it is Kason Cuff.
Yeah, Cuff came right up the middle from that linebacker spot and just shot through the gap and wasn't letting Moore go anywhere.
And that is a Scooters Coffee sack. I want to thank them for being our great sponsor. And if you're ever in Hurricane, that's the spot to go to. Scooters Coffee. You can start your day there with amazing people and amazingly fast. Just off State Street. And going outside to Harris. Harris with a lot of bodies on him, and he makes it all the way back to that original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, they just did a little bubble screen to Harris, and it's good, good defense by Crimson. They had about 8-9 guys there trying to bring Harris down, so it'll bring up 3rd and long for the Panthers. But like you said, Caden, they are taking their time. I think that's one way of trying to slow the game down, too, or speed up the game as far as the clock goes. But it just keeps that Crimson offense on the sideline.
Looking to passes Moore. Moore goes up the middle, and it's placed outside of the reach of his intended receiver. It'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, he was trying to hit Harris again. He's become the go-to guy on this drive, and got under a little bit of pressure, Moore did, and got hit as he threw the ball, and it went wide left, and they'll have to punt it away as it brings up 4th and 10.
That'll send David Beckstrand back to punt this one away. And 1:31 left on the clock here. We got some flags out there on the play. Encroachment against the defense, so they'll move it up 5 yards, but it still, of course, remains 4th down.
Yeah, that was Scott Neeson. Got a little bit anxious there on the defensive end on the left side there, so bring up a 4th and 5 now.
And it is punted away. Falling down around the 25. Rolling and stopping at the 22. That's where the Mustangs will take over again here with 1:20 left to play here in the first quarter. Again, this is a tough position for this Panther defense to be in right now, just because not only is your back up against a wall where you're facing a deficit like this, but you have to be a little exhausted. You know?
No, you absolutely do. And
they send 5 receivers out, and it is picked up by Noah Nelson.
Yeah, that throw is just a little bit outside of Nelson. He had to almost dive for that, but he did catch it. Picked up 3.5, 4 yards. So positive pickup on first down.
And it looks like there's an injured player. One of the linemen out there puts a fist into the grass. Jacob Zarate. He's
holding that right arm.
Holding his arm, a little gingerly out there.
Yeah.
And he's one of those that will definitely be missed on that line. He's and he knows he's hurt too, because he's extremely frustrated out there on the sideline right now.
Yeah, he is. He's trying to get that shoulder and almost trying to, I want to say, almost pop it back into place.
And I don't know if that's what it ended up being, was a dislocation or what. They go for the passing play here. Wide open is again Noah Nelson. He goes down the sideline, takes a bump and out of bounds inside Panther territory.
Yeah, again, they're just running that crossing route underneath the zone, Caden, and that time Noah Nelson picks up the first down and a few extra yards after breaking the tackle of Quincy Jones, and they're into Panther territory.
And an easy slip by, just tiniest bit of movement there put Jones moving to his right, and he took off to the other side of him. Pass incomplete, intended again for Noah Nelson. And Nelson here, off of just 2 receptions alone, has picked up quite a few yards for himself.
Yeah, he really has done a nice job when he's gotten the opportunities.
Snaps away, still Barvin looking to pass outside, gets it to his receiver, and the forward progression will put him 3 yards shy of the down to gain.
Yeah, that's just a deep curl route, about 8 yards on the wide side of the field, and it's caught. And good tackle by Braxton Linville that time, the defensive back for Pineview. So it'll bring up a 3rd and about 3 yards.
And again, the Mustangs send out 5 receivers. Looking to pass his Barvin. He's got pressure behind him. He'll run it, and he will slide down just about at that line to gain. Did he make it there? And he will be a yard short.
Yeah, and Barvin took it's scary. He got flipped around there. He's coming up gingerly, too. That's the kind of play that you fear as a coach, that your starting quarterback who's having a MVP-type season comes up gipping.
Another quick update brought to you by Nets on Fire, your premier training facility for your athlete. At the end of the first quarter, it's 35-0 Desert Hills over at Desert Hills High School. We'll take a quick break ourselves. It's the end of the first quarter here. We'll be back right after this.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that can make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
On 4th down and 1, heading into the second quarter where Crimson Cliffs leads 28-0. The Mustangs appear to be going for it here on 4th down.
Well, that's been their MO all year, and they just got him to jump.
And they got him to jump. That's exactly what they were looking for. That'll give them a first down anyway.
Good ball. Postgame on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Runners result in a first down.
Well, that's the easy way to get the first down. There's the easy way and the hard way.
Well, if you're Pineview, look at it this way. They didn't allow a score
They
on
didn't.
that fourth
That's
down.
that's a good point. Pass out into the flat to Ty West. West drops it. He's wide open over there. He had Beckstrand tracking him down, but
Yeah, he still would
not able to bring it in.
Some positive yardage there. So.
Yeah. So it'll be second down, 10 to go. And on the snap, Barbin looking to pass, some pressure coming to him. He'll throw it away.
See, and that's real key for Pineview. That's the first time tonight they've really gotten pressure on Barbin in the pocket. They forced him out to the right, and he just had to throw the ball away. So great defense that time.
On third down and 10. Go trips near side, and in motion is Chris Jansen. He'll take the pass out in the flat with some blockers ahead of him. He'll move forward for a gain of about 7, but it won't be enough. And it will be 4th and 4.
Okay, and I really like that play because they get that ball out to Chris Jansen in a full sprint and allows him to use his athletic ability and put a foot down and really turn the Jets on, and he comes up just a few yards short. So it'll bring up a 4th down and manageable and instead of 4th and long.
And they'll take the snap, looking to pass. They go to Adamson. Adamson, he'll go past the 20. It's enough for the first down plus a few yards extra.
Yeah, again, they just go to the 2 receiver side, the short side of the field that time, and they get it to him, get some good blocking out in front, and just like that, another first down. Clock and keeps rolling, and they're inside the Cache Valley Bank red zone.
Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Barbin was looking to get it over to Luke Childs, but Childs didn't curl back. It's incomplete.
Yeah, it looked like a little miscommunication that time. Barbin's looking at him saying, I thought he was going to turn, and, Childs kept running, and so just a little miscommunication on the play call there. It's really the first real errant pass, but second one by Barbin tonight. Other than that, he's looked really crisp.
Here's the snap, and Barbin again to pass. He'll go across the middle and incomplete.
Boy, again, Caden, I don't know what Barbin was looking at there. He tried to take something off of it. It almost, or maybe he lost control. I don't know. But it just didn't look comfortable. He looked like he was a little confused.
3rd and 10. Trips far side. Barbin again looking to pass with pressure coming at him. He'll throw this one into the end zone with nobody there.
Well, again, that's what Pineview has to do. They have to get Barbin uncomfortable in the pocket. He stood in there, but Big 64 came in there for Pineview tonight and put the pressure on him. That was Caden Nelson. And just like that, I'll bring up 4th and long here for Crimson on the 19.
And they'll go for it on 4th down.
Okay, and I know you and I have covered Crimson a couple times this year. I just would like to see him try a field goal because there will be a game in the playoffs. They're going to need to make a field goal, maybe to win a game or something. And if you don't really give them an opportunity to try it, it may come back to bite you later.
Very well could. Timeout taken. We'll keep it right here. We want to thank UD and Associates for bringing you timeouts all season long for great service and rates on home, auto, or life insurance. Call Luke UD today at 435-251-9102 for your free quote and see how much you can save with UD and Associates. Now, like you say, 4th and 10. One of the topics that we actually talked about today on the radio show was Region 9 kickers and those kickers that can make it on a when needed to, here at around this mark, right? This will be a 35-yarder. And they do end up bringing out Ty Ottenshot to go for it. And he is one of these kickers that he's got a good boot on him. So they do end up giving him the shot here, giving him the chance on a 4th and 10.
Well, I like that call. I really do. And, I think it's something that will benefit them when they're in the playoffs at some point.
Here's the snap. And the extra, or I was going to say the extra point, the field goal. No good.
Oh, I thought it was good from this angle.
No good.
He had plenty of leg on it.
Oh, he had a lot of leg on it. Let's see how this looked in the replay. See if we get a decent angle of it or not on our Holbrook asphalt replays.
It was good snap, good hold.
Good snap, good hold. Yeah, I can't see the direction of the ball there, but the Panthers will get the ball to start off at the 20-yard line now.
Well, if they make it to the semis or to the finals, you know, those poles at the University of Utah, they are a little bit taller.
A little taller.
It looked like to me the ref was trying to watch the pole and where the ball was and maybe had a bigger pole or a longer pole.
Well, remember, if it goes over the top of the pole, that means it's probably hitting the pole, and if it's probably hitting the pole, it's probably not going in. So I don't know if the refs see it that way, but a short gain on the run there. It'll make it 2nd and 7.
I'd like to see Tonga try to run just a little bit with a little more authority, Caden. He just kind of picking and choosing a hole in there. He doesn't have a lot of time to do that with this fast Crimson defense. He's got to hit it and go.
And happy to see Mo Tonga out there. The last time I covered a Pineview Panther game, he was being carted off in the ambulance. So
yeah.
I am more than happy to be seeing Tonga out there at all right now. Anytime that you see that happen, it's always a scary moment. But, of course, again, he's out there playing right now, so his health is definitely not a question if he's out there on the field right now.
Well, that's right. I'm glad to see him out there, too. I remember being away and hearing that he got injured and carted off. That's kind of a scary deal. So, but good to see him out there.
Oh, for sure.
If anything, just for a senior leadership and, you know, for those younger kids, for them to see, you know, him grinding and gritting it out. As you know, football is a very physical game, and it's a lot of mental stuff that goes with it. Seeing someone like that as a warrior, you know, kind of help through it, that's pretty impressive.
Here's the snap, and Moore is looking to pass. He's got pressure. 3 Mustangs right on his back. Tried to thread the needle, but not quite getting it there. McKay Wright was right on top of it.
He sure was. He knocked the ball away right there in front of Matt Acosta. Almost looked like Moore could have ran for the first down there, Cam, but he chose to try to fit it in a tight window and just wasn't able to do it. Great play by Wright, knocking that thing away. He has really played solid, had a great season. Wright has this year, hasn't he?
Oh, absolutely. He's the leading tackler out there for the Mustangs, one of the leading in the state.
Yeah.
So he's definitely been making himself known. This one about a line drive. And trying to run away with it is Christian Jansen. He'll be wrapped up and pushed out of bounds around the 49, 48-yard line.
Yeah, that's pretty good coverage for the Panthers. That wasn't a very high kick. That was a line driver, like you said, and they did a nice job getting to Christian Jansen as quick as they did.
It's a Red Rock Real Estate first down here as the Mustangs get started. Just outside of Panther territory, trying to cross the midfield line. It goes to Adamson. Adamson with the blocker upfield, trying to read it and sneaks his way around, and he's gone. He's at the 10 and the 5. He's in. He is in. Touchdown.
Boy, great job that time by Adamson. Just slipped through a little tackle, and Pineview just thought, oh, he'll run out of bounds, and he tiptoed down the sideline and didn't get touched, and next thing you know, he's diving for the end zone for the 6 points.
Wow. What a play, Boston Adamson. It's his second touchdown of the night.
Boy, that's the 4th big play we've seen, you know.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, and Ty West with the block upfield, to try to keep it a block without making it a hold, that could be difficult at times. As they make it now 35-0 Crimson Cliffs on top. We will step aside. And when we come back, we'll continue on with the second quarter here from Crimson Cliffs High School on the Fan Sports Network.
Inspired design. Ultra-quiet operation. To you, it's a Bryant Evolution cooling system. To us, it's the ultimate machine.
All set.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
Up on the Wilkerson's House of Lighting scoreboard with 9:22 left to go here in the second quarter. It's 35-0. Crimson Cliffs on top over the Pineview Panthers. And now, with it being 35-0, if there is a score of 35 or more, it does become a running clock situation. But we were just talking. We don't know if that starts here in the second or if that will only begin in the second half. We'll soon find out as this ball ends up in the end zone.
Well, we'll soon find out the answer to that question, won't we?
Yes, we will.
Okay, now I'll tell you, the Crimson offense has not disappointed with their big plays tonight. Throw in the fact that defense is probably, I think they've only given up 1 or 2 first downs, and it's been a real dominant first half so far for the Mustangs.
On 1st and 10, it's Moore looking to pass. Rolls out of the pressure, goes across the middle, has his receiver. It's Brock Harris. He's got a first down and a little more as he will fall down, but the forward progression gives him 12 yards.
Yeah, that's a good job by Moore stepping up in the pocket. He had a lot of pressure that time from Parker Andrus, but he looked for his big tight end and found him for a nice pickup.
Speaking of pickups, did you see what happened with the Utah Utes?
Yes, cannot believe that.
Man, every single guy on scholarship getting a brand new Dodge Ram, huh?
Yeah, they were saying an average truck is about $65,000 each.
Yeah, that's impressive. That's just the world we live in now with NIL. This pass across the middle for a gain of about 7.
It's just a nice comeback route that time by Colby Richardson, who picks up 8 yards. So a nice job by Moore, eluding the pressure by Parker Andrus again. Yeah, I can't believe that, Caden. That just blows my mind that's what's going on nowadays in college football.
You're wishing that when you played college football that it was a little different, huh?
I was just happy to get a T-shirt and a square meal.
Maybe a lunch voucher or something, huh?
Yeah.
2nd and 2 here. Ball at the 40-yard line. As Moore's looking to pass, he's got some time, gets it out. And down the line is Matthew Costa.
Yeah, good job that time by Moore. They made it look like they were going to run a little screen play to Tonga. Moore comes underneath on the crossing route, picks up the first down.
And they find themselves now in Mustang territory with the ball at the 49-yard line.
These are moments where you really like, as a coach, you want to, Moore's a junior, you want to see what his leadership's going to be like. And you got Harris, the young sophomore. You want to see how these younger kids respond when they're under adversity like this.
And the snap is away, looking to pass, going deep up the side, intended for Quincy Jones, but overthrown.
Yeah, there's our guy, Jay Sweeten. Every time we call a game here, Caden, he gets a pick, so he was right there in the coverage. Almost came down with one.
And between Jay Sweeten and you have Connor Kell, both of them in the backfield, working safety tonight for the Mustangs. Not to mention Brock Baker on one side and Charles Morby on the other for the corners. The secondary is very intimidating, especially for a team like Pineview where they're used to passing. I don't know if they're used to passing, though, to this kind of a secondary.
Yeah, they're really good, and they disguise their coverage as well, and it's a very formidable defense that they're going up against.
Again, looking to pass. Pressure is collapsing in, but the pass is on target to Matthew Costa.
Boy, Ken, I like that throw. He steps into it. It's a comeback route into the center of the zone. Costa finds a hole in the zone and sits there. And you see Moore just drives the ball in there, throws it hard on a line, and picks up 15 yards. That's a nice throw and catch right there.
Now at the ball at the 34-yard line. This has been Pineview's Best drive so far in this game.
Yeah.
And 1st and 10. Again, looking to pass, going outside with it to Jones. Jones is picked up right back at that line of scrimmage, making it now 2nd and 10.
That's one name we haven't mentioned a lot tonight is Quincy Jones, Caden. That's his 2nd grab, and they held him for no gain there. So that's a guy who's averaging, close to, I think he's close to 20 yards a pickup.
Yeah, he's probably right around 100 or so yards a game, I would expect, right?
Yeah, let me just take a quick look at the stats. And yeah, he's at 900 something yards passing and 100 rushing.
And Moore loses the football. It's picked up. McKay Wright picks it up off the fumble, and this is going to be Crimson Cliffs football.
Well, here we are searching for some stats for Pineview, and just like that, a big play happens as Moore rolled to his right and gets stripped from behind. I'm trying to see who that was. It was was it 52?
Yep, that was number 52, Caden Morris.
Came up with the strip, and just like that, the ball's turned over to Crimson. Boy, a nice looking drive like that just got shut down quickly.
Yeah, change of pace in this ball game here where I was just thinking Pineview has a shot to go throw some points on the board here real quick before we get sent into the second half of play.
Wow.
It's a run to the outside. Christiansen pushing himself forward past the 50 and a 13-yard gain.
Yeah, just a nice job by Christiansen. He gets through the left side, breaks a tackle. And then instead of running out of bounds, he goes back into the middle of the field and takes on a few would-be Pineview tacklers and gets 3 more yards from it.
They go in that I formation again. Cleaner handoff this time to Christiansen as he pushes forward for a gain of 9.
Yeah, they used is it Topalian that's the lead back as like a fullback, and they picked up 9.5 yards just like that. We just got an update from Desert Hills, Caden. They are on top 42-0 over Hurricane.
Again, I formation, handoff to Christiansen again, and he'll push forward for another gain down to the 33-yard line.
Boy, they're just working on their power running game now. And again, that's a nice job of a cutback. He went to his right, cut back to his left, picked up 4 or 5 yards, got the first down.
On a Red Rock Real Estate first down. Snap is away. Going to the outside in, broken up. Good break up there by Matthew Costa.
Yeah, Costa read it from that safety spot. He read it all the way and almost had a pick. Could have almost had a pick 6. He had an open field ahead of him.
Had he got there about half a second later.
Yeah.
It's a pick 6 for Pineview.
I guess Crimson got tired of running the ball.
Guess so. Well, the clock did stop, so they're not running the clock right now as Christiansen gets the ball in the flat. Past 30, slips through 1 tackle and moves down the sideline. Enough for the first down and plenty extra.
Well, that's too bad for Pineview. They had Matt Costa right there to make a stop, but just wasn't able to make the tackle, and Christiansen goes down the sideline for about 15 yards for another first down.
Ball now inside the Cache Valley Bank red zone. Here's the snap, and Barban looking to pass. Has a Lofapo. He pushes forward past the 10-yard line.
Just a quick slant that time to Lofapo and makes a nice grab. That's not an easy catch if you've ever tried to catch a ball over the middle with all the big guys running right at you.
And he throws that right in the perfect spot for him, too.
Yeah, right in the numbers.
Great pass.
Yep. And you have to throw it there. If not, because it could bounce off of him, go to a defender, or go up in the air. So, yeah, that's just good execution by the offense.
Snap is away. Pressure coming at him. And he'll be taken down for the sack. That was Carson Curtis.
Yeah, my not nephew, Carson Curtis, on the stop there. Great call by Pineview coaching staff, sending the outside backer and getting a stop there. Folks at home, he is no relation, by the way.
He is not your nephew?
No.
Okay. So you lied to us.
I said not nephew.
Oh, okay. Snap is away, and Barbin will pass. He's looking for the end zone, and he's got it. That's a touchdown.
Boy, Caden, again, there's just no pressure on Barbin. He has all day to throw, and there's our man, Ty West, with the big pickup. Third TD on the night. 15-yard, easy throw and catch by Barbin to West for the Mustangs.
The extra point coming. 3:46 left to play here in the first half. Otten shot with the lefty. Pineview almost getting there, but the extra point is good, making it 42-0. We'll step aside. More when we come back here on the Fan Sports Network, where Crimson Cliffs leads 42-0.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Mustangs getting ready to kick this one away here to the Pineview Panthers. After getting another score on the board, making it 42-0.
Well, Caden, I think Crimson heard that Desert Hills had scored 42.5, so they put up their 42nd point. Going toe-to-toe here tonight.
Yes, they are. Interesting news coming out of the Snow Canyon and Dixie game, where Dixie's Rand Sawyer has gotten 2 unsportsmanlike penalties and has been tossed from the game.
Does that mean he has to sit out next week?
I don't know.
I know in college it is. I can't remember what it is. And it might. I'll have to look it up. He might have to set out the first half.
And that's a tough loss for the Flyers in this game, where you want a shot at trying to win yourself a region title. That's not going to help you much when one of your star players is sitting on the sideline.
Yeah.
Right up the middle for a gain of 6 there.
He's the little spark plug for Dixie, you know. He's got great feet, really quick.
Yeah, he's one of those guys don't want to lose.
Looks like they just turned the ball over, and so Snow Canyon's getting the ball.
By the way, score over at Desert Hills High School with a quick Nets on Fire update. Still 42-0 over there, so we got ourselves similar ball games across town. It's a handoff to Tonga. And not really any room to run there. He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage, and it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, Tonga just tried to hit off the left side of the line. There wasn't much there as the Crimson defense is kind of just camping on Tonga, watching his movement and keying off of him.
On 3rd and 4. They send 2 receivers out to the near side. Play action. Looking for the pass up the sideline, and Brock Baker getting in on that pass to Matthew Costa.
There was a lot of pressure that time on Moore, and he was rolling to his left. He had to square his shoulders, throw back to the right side a little bit, and the ball sailed on him, and Costa, lucky he didn't get hurt on that play.
And that'll be 4th down. And the Panthers will be punting this one away. Beckstrand back to punt it away, and record Christiansen to receive. The snap, and there's the punt. Christiansen gets it at the 41. He goes out past the 50, and we'll just take it right out of bounds at around the 46.
Well, that'll give Crimson excellent field position here with 2:10 left in the second quarter. And Caden, knowing Crimson, they're going to try to put more points on the board before halftime.
And we do have a flag on the play out there, so
that's one thing we haven't seen. We haven't seen a lot of that tonight.
Not a bunch, maybe only about 4 or 5 all game long so far.
Well, and when we were here a couple weeks ago against
it
Stansbury,
was about every play.
Oh, I thought we were just seeing who could throw the flag the farthest and the most.
Yeah. And that Dixie Snow Canyon game is at halftime, and it is 10-7 at the moment. And I believe Dixie's on top. Yep, Dixie on top, 10-7. They're looking for Coach Alofa on the side, so I'm assuming.
Looks like they're walking backwards, so yeah, got a hold on them.
Yeah.
Looks like they might be putting in the backup quarterback, Crimson Cliffs, number 8.
Are they bringing in Darius Strickland?
Yeah, looks like he's going in. Well, he's going in, and so is Steele Barbin. So.
Oh, interesting. All right, well, expect a little bit of maybe a double pass here or something. Maybe a little flea flicker.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm expecting him to come back, catch it in the flat, pass it out. I'm calling it right now. Ready for that?
All right.
Maybe I'm entirely wrong, but
I'd like
you know what? I'd like to pretend that's what they're doing.
Are they going to hit what? Ty West streaking down the sideline? Is that what you're thinking?
Darius Strickland, he likes to run the ball anyway. So even if they just have him out there as a pure receiver, I mean, he's pretty good on his feet as is.
Just trying to get him the ball in space and let him see what he can do, huh?
So they never ended up moving the ball. Well,
he ran out of bounds.
He ran out of bounds about the 40. So they're moving it back an extra
25 yards.
That seems a little.
I guess they're saying the holding took place right where he fielded the ball.
Oh, it's based off of where he fielded. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I was thinking where he went out of bounds, but you're right. And this time it's a handoff to start out with. Gain of 3 or 4.
Well, and because of that relocation of the ball, they took. Oh no, he's gone back in now.
Strickland's out there right now. You can see him right here towards the top of your screen, number 8. He's got the towel in his back pocket over there. And again, he's the go-to backup quarterback, but they have him lining up in the slot. Barbin will take the snap. They'll let him run a route out there. He's got the first down and more. It's Owen Peterson.
Yeah, that's just a well-executed pass. They run the outside guy and the inside slot guy on streak patterns, and then they do have Peterson just run a 10-yard out and finds the open spot and picks up another 8 yards after the run. So great play call.
And Strickland goes in motion. They'll hand off again, and throw it backwards. It is going to go out of bounds. It goes out of bounds. They were trying for the trick play. They had it set up.
Well, there it was. You know, we were kind of expecting.
We knew it was going to happen at some point, and they went for it, but
Barbin just threw that one in the ground. That was.
Yeah, that was just a bad backwards pass from Barbin. And maybe they're lucky it went out of bounds, because had Pineview picked that up, that's a live ball right there.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, because it's considered a lateral. And so, yeah, they pulled Strickland out, and they said, okay, we're done with that.
Yeah, they said, we tried. We tried to do something fun. You know, and had it worked, I would love to have seen how the play would have continued to evolve once Strickland had got that ball, but
Yeah.
they were not able to get it there.
Well, the key there, Caden, is they got to have time to run that play, and they had plenty of time, and just the execution didn't quite happen.
And it's a pass up the middle, incomplete.
They got a little bit of pressure on Barban that time, which caused the throw to go a little bit high over Peterson's head. Of course, Peterson's not the biggest guy in the world out there, but he was open. He just overshot him a little bit.
Brings down 3rd down and 20 to go. The line to gain over on the other side, of course, is the 36-yard line. And Barban will go up the middle with it to West. West gets taken down after a gain of about 13, 14.
Oh, and then we got another flag flying
Some
in here late.
extracurriculars out there.
I wonder if they got a hold or something on the run after the catch against Crimson. Oh, it's a chop block or something. They're pointing. It's going to go against Crimson. It will go against
Crimson. Holding is the call. So they'll bring it back another 10 yards. Wow, going to be a 3rd and 30 is what it'll end up being.
You know, just when we thought we were having a pretty clean game with the flags, they've started throwing a few more.
Now they make it a 3rd and 29 on us.
You know, you got to do something better at those quick math skills there, Cade.
And we got another flag. What's going on now?
Sideline warning against Crimson.
And that'll bring it back just even a few more yards.
Well, usually the first one.
I guess that's just the first one.
Yeah.
You're right. That's just the warning. I'm up here shaking my head.
Sideline warning. Crimson Cliffs, they're first.
Yeah, you can see him down there talking to Coach Alopopo.
Yeah. Well, and that's what it was. The coaches were out there trying to chat the official's ear off down there on the sideline, and he threw the flag. As maybe it was a kinder gesture than what it could have been had he called something else, just giving him the sideline warning.
Hey, I'll give him credit. He had great height on that flag throw.
Oh, it's about eye level with us over here, yeah.
I mean, man, that guy got it in the air. He's got an arm.
Snap is away. Barban looking to pass. He'll go deep down the middle and just past the outstretched arms of Lofapo.
Boy, Barban just needed to get a little more air like he did with the 2 with West earlier. And if he can let Lofapo run under that by putting a little more air into the ball, he walks into the end zone.
Oh, and we got ourselves a holding call. 3rd again. And
about 14.
a little bit more manageable. Yeah. 3rd and 14.
Kane, are you surprised that they don't try to jam the receivers a little more coming off the line just so they don't get a free shot to where they want to go? I get it.
I'd like to see those corners step up a little bit. Because right now, I mean, down here on the bottom of your screen, the corner is just outside of you. You can see the shadow on the field.
Yeah.
That's where our corner's sitting. And he's looking for a pass. And it is complete to West. West will take it out of bounds at about the 39. And it's not enough for the first down, but it makes it a more manageable 4th.
Yeah, this is – you're right. The cornerback is playing 10, almost 12 yards deep off of the wide receiver. But yet they're still getting beat over the top, which I just don't – either they don't have enough speed or their technique or something that's just not working.
Well, and that's part of it. You have to figure out what works for you, do what works is. Lots of movement down there on the line.
Yeah, you had Ty Ty West moving. You had the big number 58 going. That was Taysom Wilkerson.
They're going to take it against Wilkerson.
Just got a little too anxious.
And they'll make it on a 4th and 8 here with 1:02 left. Oh, let's just stay out there. Go for it. So here we go. 4th down, 8 to go. Barbin in the gun with pressure coming at him, and he'll be taken down for a loss. And on 4th down, that'll give Pineview the ball at the 45-yard line.
That was a great job by Pineview's front four, not giving up. They were able to chase Barbin out of the pocket and then come up with a sack. So great job by the Panthers. That'll be a turnover on downs.
Now, if it wasn't 42-0, I'd maybe have a little more to say about that. But right now, if you're Crimson in those situations, why not go for it? You know, you test yourself with the pressure of those big 4th down situations. Why not?
You know, as a coach, you need a little something to always be able to pick up on film to talk to the kids about, and that'll be one of them.
Yep. And pass up the middle.
There they go.
Into the hands of Quincy Jones to the 30-yard line. Big 20-yard gain for the Panthers.
Been waiting for Jones to get his name called, you know, on those deep balls, and that's just a nice throw by Moore over the top of the defense. They're playing zone, and he gets it over the top of, I think it's our guy.
Yeah, that's McKay Wright.
McKay Wright in the middle, and nice throw and catch, and Jones gets his first big gainer of the night.
And I believe there was an injured player way up at the top, and that's what's taking him a little bit more time. And a timeout, I believe, has also been taken. So Pineview does take a timeout. We'll take a quick one ourselves as well, and we'll be back with 47 seconds left to go here in the first half.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Welcome back in, everybody, here to Crimson Cliffs High School. It's a 1st and 10 here for the Panthers. And looking to pass. And it is complete for a gain of about 5 over there. And new quarterback in right now.
Yeah, number 84.
Brooks Clark, freshman.
Well, nice job being ready. Comes in, throws a pass, completes it. Now Moore comes back in. So just one play out for Moore.
He's trying to scramble out there, and passes away, and it nearly picked off. This is the play where they called the timeout on it. Moore went out for a play. And I wanted to see if we could maybe try to see what happened here, if he got hit, if he got... And he did get a little bit of a late hit there.
Yeah. It was close. It was bang, bang, but he did take a shot to the midsection, and that caused him to have to go out for a play. So glad he was able to come back in.
And I believe anytime you have medical come check on you on the field, you do have to sit out the next play.
No matter what.
Yeah, I think that I believe that is a rule. I could be wrong. As Moore, again, look at a pass, and nearly completed, but batted away from the hands of Matthew Costa.
Boy, he got drilled again in that same spot. That time it was Caden Hawes coming in on the pressure, and he took a shot right to the midsection again. Moore did, and he's walking away a little gingerly.
And it is now 4th down.
This will be a 42-yarder, Caden.
So they look like they're going to go for it on the field goal attempt. It's got the distance.
You got it.
And it's in.
Wow, what
Panthers
a kick.
getting on the board.
Well, you need something positive to happen right there before the half, Caden, and just like that, Panthers are on the board with a 42-yarder for high school. That's quite a kick.
Yeah, and we got the wind picking up too.
Yeah.
We're in the booth and the wind is blowing on us. And with just 9 seconds left to play here in the second quarter, Pineview getting on the board there and tightening things up just a little bit more. But at this point, with again only 9 seconds left, I'm sure the Mustangs will take this one and just find their way into halftime here.
Yeah, I don't have a number 8 on my roster. Do you have an 8?
No. That was number 8, right? That wasn't 99. Which is normally the kicker.
Yeah.
So with only, again, 9 seconds left in the first half of play, and we'll see if, do you think they go onside here, Keith?
No, I don't. I really don't think they will, Caden. I think they, they get the ball in the second half to start the second half, so I think they just want to get to halftime, regroup a little bit, and make sure their guys are okay. I'd be shocked if they tried to do something.
And they will send it out. And it's returnable at the 1 yard line. Pushing past the 30, and he's got a lane to run. Ty West is dangerous.
Yes. That's why when they kicked it to him, I was like, oh my goodness, we've seen him return some. And when he found that little seam up the left side there, I thought he might have the corner, but luckily for Pineview, he was stopped and taken out of bounds by David Beckstrand. Oh, and they're putting 1 second back on the clock, so getting a little home cooking with the clock, I think, King, because when we looked up, it showed all zeros.
And maybe the officials signaled for the 1 second to be put back up there, but
if you're a Pineview fan, though, they're over there going, I thought it was halftime, you know.
Gives them that one play to go here.
Yeah, you mentioned the breeze has kicked up a little, hasn't it?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So one play, here you go. Barbin looking to pass. He's going to take it out to the flat. It's Childs on the reception, and he'll be taken down. That'll be the end of the first half, just like that. So right now, halftime, it's 42-3. The Mustangs on top over the Panthers. Coming up, it's the Rally Stop halftime show. Stick around with us here on the Fan Sports Network, where we will step aside and when we return, break down the first half of play, look across the region, and give you some of those scores and some of those updates and more. So stick around with us here on the Fan Sports Network.
Inspired design. Ultra quiet operation. To you, it's a Bride Evolution cooling system. To us, it's the ultimate machine.
All set.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
Relatives coming to visit? Not enough room? Or maybe you're looking to host a family reunion and need a house with a pool? Well, Red Rock Vacation Rentals has got you covered. From 2-bedroom condos to 10-bedroom luxury homes, they truly have something for everyone. Plan your perfect getaway or staycation. Visit St. George, Utah, vacationrentals.com.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr. Cody and his experienced staff at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry are game changers. So when it comes to checkups, a toothache, or any problem with your kid's teeth, call experienced veteran Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 628-0511.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Hey, it's Caden Formaster.
And Mark Musgrave, the voice you know with the Fan Sports Network.
Check out our local sports radio show, From the Bleachers, live every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m.
Listen to us on the radio on 99.5 or 95.3 FM.
You can also listen through the Fan Sports Network app or watch the show live on the Fan Sports Network YouTube page.
The Fan Sports Network is your home of Utah Tech Trailblazers, high school sports, and the pros.
The Fan Sports Network, Southern Utah's home for local sports.
Asphalt. It's not something we think about much, except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's HA5 slows asphalt aging by 67%. We make your pavement assets last longer, cost less to own, all while achieving higher property values. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
We give you the green light. 4 seasons auto sales. Hook you up with some wheels. Drive on out of here. We give you the green light. Buy here, pay here. You can apply online. Now it's time to ride.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
What's up, sports fans? It's Blair Fry with the Fry team at Red Rock Real Estate. Let's be honest. You know what's addicting? Football. You know what else is addicting? Looking for homes or investment properties. Let the Fry team at Red Rock Real Estate coach you through your real estate addictions.
Hey, Region 9 sports fans. This is Matt Hickman with Academy Mortgage, a proud sponsor of Region 9 football. I would be honored to help you with your next mortgage, whether it's purchasing a home, building, or refinancing. Hey, I'm wide open. Let's connect for a touchdown.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
The Fan Sports Network is your home for local sports. Catch The Drive with Devin Dixon from 7 to 9, and From the Bleachers with Caden Formaster and Mark Musgrave from 4 to 6. Plus, Utah Tech and high school sports live on the radio and streaming on the fansportsnetwork.com.
Welcome back in, everybody. It is your Rally Stop halftime show here on the Fan Sports Network. We want to thank Rally Stop. They want to remind you that after cheering on your favorite team, there's no better place to refuel than Rally Stop. So come on in, grab gas, your favorite soda, and some snacks for all your post-game celebration needs. Here at halftime, it is a solid 42-3. Panthers get on the board with a late field goal with just 9 seconds left to go in the first half of play. But, of course, Crimson getting started early on in this one and putting up some points right away. First drive of the game, they get points on the board.
Yeah.
Touchdown pass deep to, I believe it was Ty West.
Yep.
The very next play is their kickoff where they onside kick it, keep it themselves. They get on top of it.
Well, they totally caught Pineview by surprise. They didn't. They weren't expecting it.
Pineview was not expecting it. And then they go all the way down to, I believe, Boston Adamson.
Yep.
On a long ball. So Boston Adamson gets one of those Bay Equity home loan. Jason Baum, long bomb was out of the game. He gets one, and then it's Ty West again. And
that was even a 54-yarder.
That one was long. On the other side, I mean, in the second half, you got Ty West in the corner of the end zone. He so far has 3. Boston Adamson has a couple as well. And this has just become a game that has just been blown wide open right now for the Mustangs.
Yeah, and combine that with a defense that has caused a couple turnovers, and one on turnover on down, the other one on a fumble strip sack. That defense hasn't given up maybe 5 yards rushing by Motonga. So they've shut the running game down, and there just hasn't been a whole lot of passing yards either. So great job. I mean, there's not much Coach Alofopo can say to those kids other than, hey, we can clean up the turnovers, or not necessarily the turnovers, but the penalties, and let's focus on a cleaner second half. And my guess is we'll see a lot of the younger kids, too, in the second half.
And I'm sure we will. We saw Darius Strickland go out there for a little bit, and he was lining up in the slot. And we, of course, were making mention that, hey, he's the backup quarterback. What's he doing out here? They went for some sort of flea flicker. I don't know how many backwards passes they ended up with, but the one that was supposed to go into the hands of Strickland ends up going out of bounds, and they lost yards on the play. And I would love to have known what that was supposed to be, what that was intended to be, because it looked like it was going to be a fun play, but didn't turn into much. Adam Moore on the Panthers, he ended up taking a shot a couple of times. Yeah. He ended up taking a couple of different shots. One of them led to him sitting out for a play, trying to catch his breath. Maybe the wind knocked out of him on that one, but he ends up back in the game, making a couple passes.
Yeah, Crimson got good pressure on him this last drive before the half, and he took it, like you said, a couple of shots to the midsection area, and it's enough to make you a little gun shy when you're back in the pocket, and we got to see how he comes out firing here in the second half.
Absolutely. And very quiet so far for this Panthers offense, and I'm sure they will continue to fight here in the second half. I expect to still see some good plays there. We know that they have good receivers. We know that they have guys that can not only haul in the ball, but if they have some open space in front of them, they'll get going.
Yeah, they will. They really got to try to get the ball more to Quincy Jones out in space, even if it's just a quick little bubble screen or whatever. He got 3 catches. He finally got a deep one there right towards the half to help him out. But other than that, Crimson has done a nice job kind of blanket covering him with a couple guys. And they know that their offense goes how he goes. So they need to get Jones the ball a little bit more and see if they can get it into the end zone.
Hey, and shout out, by the way, off subject a little bit, shout out to former Pineview Panther Marcus McKenzie, who's been having a great year right now with BYU on their special teams. He's been kind of the go-to guy when it comes to their punting unit, keeping guys at bay. He hasn't let guys return it very far.
No, he hasn't.
He's doing a good job.
And I saw him the other night. I watched the rerun of the Cincinnati BYU game.
Yeah, he had a good play on that one.
He really did. And I was like, hey, I know that kid.
Yeah, he's having a good old time over there at BYU right now. And I know that the Panther family is really happy for him, and they're expecting to see his brother come into the picture here in a bit. I know that he went off to serve a mission, so I'm sure he'll be back around as well.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. And then we'll have a couple of local guys we can. Well, and what's his name? The punt returner is from Dixie.
Yeah, Hobbs Nyberg as well.
There and
from Dixie. Yep. So we've got a few guys on that BYU squad from here in Region 9 schools. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. And we also have the kick for cash going on down there on the field right now.
Yeah, this gal, she's just drilled the first one from, 25 yards?
Yeah, there they go again, 25-yarder. I think that one's right through, too.
Man, they might want to sign her up.
Yeah, put her on the roster. She's going to go for another one, see if she can go 3 for 3. And the kick for cash is always brought to you by Stephen Wade. They're always a great sponsor with the high schools when it comes to this. So, and another, man, she's cooking.
She's cooking
out there.
With grease out there, Caden. She's got 3 in a row.
That is exactly right. That's pretty sweet. Well, let's take a break. We'll continue on with our Rally Stop halftime show, and we come back here on the Fan Sports Network, where Crimson Cliffs leads at the half 42-3 over the Pineview Panthers.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
Everyone loves local sports and, of course, loves ice cream. And the best ice cream on the planet is Handel's Homemade Ice Cream. Open late every day of the week with dozens of delicious flavors. So after your favorite team wins, head over to Handel's to celebrate with locations in St. George, Layton, and Woods Cross.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you could still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 200 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now by visiting redrockrealestate.com.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that can make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks Ace stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
What's up, sports fans? It's Blair Fry with the Fry team at Red Rock Real Estate. Let's be honest. You know what's addicting? Football. You know what else is addicting? Looking for homes or investment properties. Let the Fry team at Red Rock Real Estate coach you through your real estate addictions.
Hey, Region 9 sports fans, this is Matt Hickman with Academy Mortgage, a proud sponsor of Region 9 football. I would be honored to help you with your next mortgage, whether it's purchasing a home, building, or refinancing. Hey, I'm wide open. Let's connect for a touchdown.
Back at it here in your Rally Stop halftime show. None of the teams back out on the field quite yet. We're still going with that kick for cash down there on the field. Some of the teams, I'm sure, will be getting back out here shortly to get ready for this second half of play. And I believe we are at that point. We should be having the running clock in the second half. We didn't ever have it in the first half, but...
Yeah, I wondered if it was a second half thing. So.
Yeah, I think it is. That was one of those things we had a question about, but it never started running, so I can only assume it's a second half thing. But at this point, again... The score right there, 42-3. And, of course, Crimson Cliffs on top over the Panthers. And this first half really has been all Crimson Cliffs. The Panthers had a really good drive where they did march down the field right there towards the end, and that resulted in those 3 points. If they can continue to move the ball like that, then, you know, they might see themselves slowly chipping away here at some points. It's a tough one to really ever get back into and try to win this ball game, but they can maybe try to chip away at a few points here or there.
Well, they just got to take it, you know, one series at a time and try to build off of each one and try to improve and look for opportunities from ways that they can exploit that defense. And, you know, I would not be surprised if Crimson's defense, their starters, probably will go a couple series and then probably be done the rest of the game.
Yeah.
So they'll have some opportunity to go against maybe some kids that have had a lot of varsity experience. But, again, it's just looking for little positive things to build on now. That's the key that for Pineview as they move forward here going into next week.
Yeah, that's important for them to really, it's important for the Mustangs, I think, to have some of those younger guys who don't get a lot of playing time. Because with the playoffs coming up, you know, and them being in such a prized position that they're in right now with being second place in the state, you want to make sure your guys are healthy, of course. Yeah. But if they're not, you want to make sure you have guys backing them up that are ready to take over that spot. So having some of these younger guys come in the second half isn't necessarily a bad idea. It's not a bad thing for them to do, to try to get some other guys with some with some movement, with some energy, with some practice out there in real game situations.
Well, and just to be acclimated to the speed and everything else that goes on, at this level, it will definitely help to, have guys get that experience. Not only for this year, but even going into, moving forward in years to come, it just is going to help the program overall.
Absolutely. And the officials have put 3 minutes on the clock, but they'll start that when Pineview hits the field. They've left the locker room now, so they'll be out here shortly as the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs are back on the field, getting ready to warm back up here for the second half of play. And in the second half, again, like you say, it's going to be the Mustangs. I don't want to say they're going to try to coast. I don't necessarily think they will. I think it'll just be more them trying to do things that they probably wouldn't do in normal game situations. They're going to try out new plays. They're going to try out new formations. They're going to try out guys in positions they don't normally play. They're going to try out JV guys mixed in with the varsity guys. It's going to be a bit of an experimental second half here for the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs. They did something very similar last week when they were taking on Hurricane, so I'm sure it'll be a very similar situation again this week here again, it's a similar situation that they were in last week, so they'll probably just play it safe here.
Well, the one example of that, Caden, is they were in that I formation.
They did about 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, we haven't seen Barvin under center all year long. In fact, the last 2 years, we haven't ever seen him under center. And now he's gone under center, and they're learning some different plays that way, which I think is really smart. Because there are times where, it's 4th and 1 and you're in the shotgun. It just doesn't make sense to not have your quarterback under center. And if he's not used to being there, this gives him a great opportunity to, get used to that and learn those plays and get some more confidence. Just adds more arrows to your quiver as you move into the playoffs.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And we do have a little bit of a breeze picking up here, too, for the second half. We've noticed it kind of filtering through the window here this evening. So that could factor in here just a little bit in the second half of play. More probably when it comes down to kicking some field goals and maybe some of those long passes. But if they keep it short and steady, then they should be all right. But you know what? It is nice temperature-wise. It feels great out there. 81 degrees right now.
We're not complaining, folks. Trust us.
Oh, not at all.
We could be up in, Utah, Salt Lake, or Davis County where it's freezing. And they've already gotten some snow on the ground. So, we're not complaining at all.
Well, we're just at halftime here. Some updates brought to you by Nets on Fire from across the region. 56-0. Desert Hills on top over Hurricane Tigers. They're already halfway through the third quarter. Again, that ticking clock, the clock that doesn't end in that second half where they have the running clock, it's going to be over quick at Desert Hills High School. But it is still close, 10-7. Dixie up at halftime over Snow Canyon. That's one of those games that we're going to continue to monitor because any score over there from Snow Canyon changes this ball game up immensely.
It really does. It's going to be I was just checking the schedule for next week, Caden, to see. I feel for those kids out at Hurricane. They've really taken their lumps the last couple of weeks. But they haven't had a bye week yet, so next week is their bye.
Yeah, this is their last game of the season is tonight. And with any wins from any of the 3 teams that are below them in the RPI, they will be knocked out of the playoffs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And again, a loss tonight, which is on the horizon for them, doesn't bode well for their situation. So if any of those 3 teams that are below them get a win, they will be knocked out of the playoffs and will not be able to participate. So now, on the other side of that, if they do make it through the playoffs, they will have to face the top team in the first round, which will technically be the 9th seed team. And after the games that we're having this week, it could even be Desert Hills. They might have to face Desert Hills again.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
In that, where Desert Hills right now is sitting at, they're actually at 10th, but some wins could push them up into that 9th place spot.
Yeah, or Dixie could be there, or, depending on how that plays out this week and next, or you just never know. But, yeah, that would be the caliber of team that they would be up against, wouldn't it?
Yeah, just about. So, tough break for Hurricane so far in this season, and that's it's sad score to report for you over there for any Tiger fans that might be watching. But again, the score here right now at halftime, 42-3. We're getting ready to get underway here shortly. We're going to step aside for just a bit. When we come back, it's the second half on the Fan Sports Network.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
What's up, sports fans? It's Blair Fry with the Fry team at Red Rock Real Estate. Let's be honest. You know what's addicting? Football. You know what else is addicting? Looking for homes or investment properties. Let the Fry team at Red Rock Real Estate coach you through your real estate addictions.
Everyone loves local sports and, of course, loves ice cream. And the best ice cream on the planet is Handel's Homemade Ice Cream. Open late every day of the week with dozens of delicious flavors. So after your favorite team wins, head over to Handel's to celebrate with locations in St. George, Layton, and Woods Cross.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
Welcome back in here, getting ready for the second half of play, and something interesting going on. We're not exactly sure what it is, but the coach for Crimson Cliffs and the principal have been out on the field talking with the officials. And we're not sure why, but again, it's kind of delayed the start here of the second half, and the officials are going to get together in conference and talk.
I'm wondering if there was something said, as the two teams go in or come out over there.
Maybe something fairly unsportsmanlike.
And so I'm sure they're just like, look, we're not going to have this get out of control. We're going to get an announcement right here.
Okay, so there were 2 penalties during halftime on the way to the locker room is what they said.
Yeah. Well, there we go.
So Crimson's going to be kicking off half the distance to the goal, so it's going to go against Crimson.
2 unsportsmanlike penalties against the assistant coaches.
And against the coaches, yes.
Yeah.
So, again, must have been
some words said or something, yeah.
And I know that emotions can rise
in a 42-0 game or 42-3 game, though.
Yeah, I mean,
to that point.
Well, does it get to the point where maybe one team says, "Hey, calm down," and the other team says, "No, we're not going to calm down." I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just assuming. I don't want to put words in their mouth, but but they do have to kick off from the 12.5-yard line. Wow. That's going to make it a little interesting, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. This is Pineview's going to get great field position to be able to start this second half. So you don't see this very often.
Not at all. And it's a line drive, taking a couple bounces. And returning it away is Braxton Linville. And he gets just across the 50-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to have great field position. Linville got upfield to the 48. So first down and 10 from the Crimson 48. They only got out across the Crimson side, I think, twice in the whole first half. So,
yeah, great place to start here as we are rolling in the third quarter from Crimson Cliffs High School.
Well, I'm glad to see Moore's coming out there to come back at quarterback. So he's shaking it off, that injury that he was feeling in the first half.
And I think he kind of just got the breath knocked out of him, and a halftime will do you plenty of good when it comes to that, as this is a handoff to Tonga, taken up the middle, and he will go down after a gain of only 2.
Yeah, Tonga, he's an upright runner, isn't he? He really takes a lot of contact to that upper body, but he's so strong with those big legs. Was able to grind out a couple yards there. Well, it never fails. We come to Crimson and something usually
something
ironic
strange happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a weird one against Stansbury a while back on our last game that we were here.
Yeah.
They brought the entire game to a halt. Over to Harris in the flat. He takes it across for the first down for the Pineview Panthers.
Yeah, nice little bubble screen pass in a way to Harris there, and he picks his way through the defense, avoids a tackle, and gets a big first down.
Great block by Quincy Jones as well.
Yeah, that was a really nice block by Jones, which allowed him to pick up an extra 6 yards.
And the snap. Pressure was coming quick. It was tipped up and intended for Harris.
That was just a quick hitter to Harris, and that time Moore didn't really set his feet. He just kind of whipped it out there and was a little high. And, well, if it's a little high to Harris at 6'5", you know it's a lot high, a lot too high.
You're saying you're not bringing that one down?
No, I've got the vertical jump of about a penny.
Standing up or flat? That's there's a difference.
They're about the same. And I'm 6'1", so.
That's good, Keith.
Oh
That's
my
good.
gosh.
Well, again, this is a running clock. They do have the clock running on that incomplete pass. So with that, again, we're sitting at 9:45 now on the clock as it continues to tick down. And the pass, and again, intended for Brock Harris, is incomplete.
Yeah, again, that got pressure on the linebacker blitz up the middle by number 33 for Crimson. And he was able to force Moore into a rush throw, and so he threw that one into the carpet. So 3rd and 10 coming up.
Yeah, on 3rd down here, and right now the Panthers have been going pretty strong in that passing game, but just about have to continue to do that as you can't really run against this defense very well. They are a great defense against the run. And the pressure gets to Adam Moore, and he'll be taken down with the sack.
Boy, Caden, they ran a defensive end linebacker twist, and it just confused the whole Pineview line. They had no idea how to react to it, and they get the sack that time. I think it was Haas and number 33 for Crimson in there on the sack.
Yeah, it's Max Griffiths, junior linebacker, coming in.
Griffiths has been in there a few times already in the second half, getting pressure on Moore.
And Moore going for it on 4th down. Dumps it off to Tonga. Tonga with some blockers in front of him. He's going to push forward. Does he get enough for the first down?
Boy,
No, he does not.
He comes up about 3 yards short, but I'll tell you what, we saw a pancake block by one of the big linemen out in front, and then we saw Costa run over someone as well.
And on a 4th and long situation, that was quite the block there.
You just see the Crimson defender going vertical the other way.
Well, turnover on downs now to Crimson Cliffs, their first drive here of the second half. Snap is away. Going to be a handoff to Christiansen. He'll be tripped up. Little shoestring tackle.
Yeah, that was a nice play by the linebacker, number 45 for Pineview. Did a nice job tripping him up for no gain.
It's a Lemma Matua Moores. And it is 2nd and 10. Trips near side. Barbin stepping back to pass. Goes across the middle. And it's caught for enough for the first down to Boston Adamson.
Yeah, that's just a nice route by Adamson. He does a square in route. He goes down about 15 yards and then breaks it in and picks up the first down. again, the key to that play, Caden, is there's not a lot of pressure on Barvin, so he can sit back there, feel comfortable, and deliver a dart.
And McCord Christiansen taking it to the far side, cutting up the field for a gain of about 7.
Yeah, just a good job. Christiansen stretching that play out, and line doing a nice job of creating a nice big hole for him to run through. So brings up second and very manageable.
Second with 2 to go. Looking to hand it off. Going up the middle with it. Stuffed up right at that line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was a good job by number 69 for Pineview. The big down line was in there, and a couple other guys to help him out as they actually lost a half a yard.
Yeah, Damian Perez coming in, getting some help. Third down, 2 to go. Pressure again coming up the middle, and is it enough? He falls forward right at the line to gain. That'll be enough for the first down.
Yeah, that was Christiansen just going right between the center and the guard and just found a little crease. Was able to just lunge forward enough to pick up that first down to keep the ball moving.
I haven't seen a ton of Mason Topali in this go-around in this game tonight.
No, we haven't. We actually down on the sideline over there. Or maybe he's nicked up or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we've seen him early on in the game. A couple of plays, and haven't seen him since. He is over there. I'm seeing him on the sideline. He's standing there with his helmet on, ready to go. On first down, Christiansen with a big hole up the middle, and he's got a blocker in front of him down past the 25-yard line, rolls down just by the 20.
Boy, Caden, you mentioned a big hole. The whole left side of the line for Crimson was able to just push the inside defender of Pineview. They were on an inside slant, and he had a huge, could have drove a Mack truck through there.
You had Garcia Casey back down there as the lead blocker as Barban keeps this one himself and does not get anywhere with it. So it's now second down with a loss of 2.
Okay, and that'll actually go down as a sack because he lost 2 yards. That was actually excellent coverage downfield by the Pineview defenders. So, and they did a decent job getting a push in the middle of that line, and so give Pineview a sack there on that play. I think it was 66 down there, 69, 64.
Yeah, Caden Nelson. Looking to pass into the flat, goes to Luke Childs. Evades the tackle, slips right on through, it gets down to the 15.
Boy, they had the right defense called, and number 21 came running up there to make the tackle. Just wasn't able to bring him down, and just like that, they pick up 9.5, 10 yards. Luke Childs with the nice run.
On third down, trips far side. Tight bunch. Here's a snap, looking that direction, going to the corner of the end zone, and he's not going to get there. Intended for Peterson.
Well, again, that's pretty good coverage that time by Pineview. They had all the receivers covered well. Barban's just thrown to a spot in the end zone saying, hey, okay, if my guy can run under it, great, but I'm going to put it where only he can get it, and if not, it'll be out of bounds. So no harm done. It'll bring up fourth down and about 2 yards to go. Okay, as you said, that clock keeps running. We're down to about 3 minutes now.
And this is the first drive this half from Crimson. This game's going to be over before you know it at this pace. And it's a handoff taken across the far side, pushing forward and into the defender, Costa. It's enough for the first down.
Did he get it, or is he short?
Might be.
I think, yeah, he's a yard short, actually, yep. So that'll be a first down for Pineview. So a good stop by the Panthers.
Well, let me see. They might not. Give me a second. They do so. Okay, they're going to hold them off. The Crimson offense has been staying out there on the field. Like, are you sure?
Yeah, they're.
It was close.
They're wanting to stay back out there, but the refs already signaled Pineview ball. So.
Yeah, they stayed out there for quite a while, just looking to their own sideline.
And then
thinking, I'm pretty sure we got that first down, but
they quickly moved the chains too.
They moved the chains. They didn't have to move them far. It was probably an inches measurement.
A little excitement on top of the press box here. Yeah, man.
And out of the play, out of the hands of Brock Harris.
Well, Harris is saying I couldn't see it. The ball got hung up in the lights, and so Harris is almost looked like he's short-arming it, but in reality he couldn't see the ball.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to expose himself for a nasty hit, so it'll bring up 2nd and long.
Yeah, with 2nd and 10 here to go. And that, again, the clock running. It's 2:05 left to go. And there's the snap. Looking to pass up the field. It's picked off.
There's our guy.
And it's Jay Sweeten past the 5. He's wrapped up. He stretches out. They say it's a touchdown.
And just like that, Caden, it wouldn't be a game at Crimson without Jay Sweeten getting an interception and a pick 6. So there you go.
Picks it up at the 25-yard line. Slips one tackle there. And Quincy Jones slips there and stretches forward, gets the ball in.
Well, with 1:47 left in the 3rd quarter, the Crimson extends that lead out 48-3 with the PAT pending here.
And the extra point is up, and it is good. Crimson Cliffs extends that lead 49-3 with 1:47 left to play here in the 3rd quarter on the Fan Sports Network.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 200 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now by visiting redrockrealestate.com.
Crimson Cliffs continues to put points on the board, 49-3 now. And again, with the running clock going on, 1:47 left to go. This 3rd quarter will wrap up before you know it. And again, it only needs to be a 35-point spread, so even if Pineview were to get a touchdown or two on the board, it's a running clock for a while.
Still going to keep going, isn't it?
Yeah. Now, they will stop the clock on scores. They'll stop it on kickoffs, those kinds of things. But incomplete passes, taking the ball out of bounds, any of that, the clock will continue to move.
Well, it looks like Crimson has brought in some of their JV or backups now, as Big Parker Andrus and a bunch of guys have come off. Looks like Sweeten's out of the game now. I don't see him out there, so they're starting to do some shifting around.
And some of the guys out there, you got Trevor Peacock heading out onto the field, Caden Madsen heading out right now. Braden Smith's out there at a corner, just to name a few. And slipping out of his Tonga, moving forward for a gain of 3.
Boy, good job by Tonga. They looked like they had him bottled up for a 2-yard loss, and he spun out of there. Caden Haas had the stop on him. It looked like, no, that's 97, Rowan Williams. But he just couldn't quite bring him down, as Tonga's a big back, and spun out of there and got a few positive yards. So good job of not losing yards.
It's second down. Taking the snap is Moore. Moore looking to pass with pressure coming at his back. He doesn't see it coming, and he's taken down for the sack.
Boy, that's just really good coverage downfield. All the receivers for Pineview were bottled up. They had doubled Quincy Jones, and everybody else was covered, so really not much more could do as pressure quickly got to him. It's like that's the end of the third, Caden.
End of the third. Makes it easy on us as we head into the fourth with this running clock. It makes time go by real quick. We're going to take a break, and we will be back right after these messages.
Inspired design. Ultra quiet operation. To you, it's a Bright Evolution cooling system. To us, it's the ultimate machine.
All set.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 200 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now by visiting redrockrealestate.com.
Back at it here at Crimson Cliffs High School, getting ready to start the fourth quarter. Pineview Panthers still in control of the ball here on a third and long situation. And Moore looking to take the snap, a shift in the defensive line. Here's the snap and the pass upfield, in and out of the hands of Costa.
Boy, you don't normally see that kid. And Costa's a pretty sure-handed receiver, and, you know, that's a ball he's got to come up with, and unfortunately for Pineview, he just wasn't able to.
It'll bring up 4th and 12 and forces the punting unit out onto the field here, where David Beckstrand will be punting it away, and back to receive, I believe, yeah, it's still McCord Christiansen. Beckstrand lined up on the 2-yard line. And the punt's away. Christiansen sees it take a couple of bounces and rolls out of bounds. So
yeah, that bounced sideways, or he was wanting to run up and catch it and go.
He was ready to take it and run with it. We talked about Mason Topalian, not seeing him, but I'm seeing him walk out right now onto the field along with Darius Strickland at quarterback.
Yeah, they must be rotating the backs just to give them, you know, a series at a time, that kind of thing. So that's good. I'm glad to hear Topalian's not injured.
And the Mustangs will take over here at the 45-yard line in their own territory. Keep things in a tight formation here. It's going to be a handoff. Taking it through the edge is Christiansen past the 30 and the 20, and he will be herded out of bounds.
Well, that's a nice 30-yard pickup by Christiansen. Again, the right side of that offensive line was able to collapse the defensive line down inside, and Christiansen was able to bounce that outside and pick up, like I said, 30 yards. Just a great call and a great run by Christiansen.
It's a Red Rock Real Estate first down at about the 27-yard line. Keeping it himself is Strickland on the option, and he keeps it. The fake. What a play by Strickland.
Boy, just a beautiful option route, and he fakes the pitch as he gets downfield about 5 yards, and the defender goes for the pitch, and Strickland just...
Look at that, the little whoop, just the hesitation.
He just walks into the end zone. He could pose right there for the Heisman moment right there.
Oh, man, he got Benson Meyer moving on that one, and
wow,
getting the score. That was quite the play there by Darius Strickland, taking it himself on the option play.
Boy, when you saw the defender bite like that, you knew it was trouble. And
yeah.
Like you said, when Strickland's in the game, he wants to run the ball. He doesn't like to throw it.
And the extra point from Ottenshot is good. 56-3. And again, a running clock situation. We'll stop here for the score, and we'll take a break. Thanks to some of our sponsors. We'll be back right after this.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. Hearst General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
Panthers getting ready to receive after the Darius Strickland option, keeping himself and running it in for the score here, making it 56-3 with the Mustangs on top. And Ty Ottenshot will send this one away. And it'll go to the back of the end zone. It's a touchback, bring it out to the 20-yard line. Coming up in the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry postgame show, we're going to be handing out the awards. We're looking for our defensive play of the game, our AWP Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game, a Dealer Collision Big Hit of the Game, which we haven't seen too many of, the Hearst Ace Hardware Player of the Game, and a Jersey Mike's Sub of the Game. All those coming up in the post-game show, brought to you by Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. You got any in mind so far?
Well, after seeing that last play for our sub of the game, you could throw Strickland in the mix. That
I was actually just
play.
thinking the same thing. The Jersey Mike's Sub of the Game, Darius Strickland, right now put his stamp of approval on that one for himself.
Yeah.
This is a handoff to Tonga, and he'll be taken down immediately with a loss of a couple.
Yeah, that was nowhere to run. Caden Hawes was able to get in there from the defensive line, and about 4 other guys from Crimson. They were just flowing to the ball well, and really nowhere to run if you're Tonga. But I think for player of the game, Caden, I've got my guy, a guy picked out. I think that it's much deserved, and you know, providing there aren't any other fireworks.
Yeah, you never know.
The next 9 minutes.
I have an idea of who you're probably thinking. We'll see if it's correct. Moore looking for the snap. He gets it and is looking to throw it across the middle of the field. It's going to be picked out past the 20, the 15 to the 10. Still on his feet. Is he going to take it in for a touchdown? Nearly. Caden Madsen, the safety, all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Boy, Caden, that time Moore just locked on to Harris. He was going to big number 86 the whole time. He stared him down. There were 4 Crimson defenders around him. Not sure if he was just throwing it up there, hoping he could go get it or what, but really an ill-advised throw and, you know, almost a pick 6 for the defense.
About as close to a pick 6 as you're going to get. Some new faces out there on the Crimson offensive side as well. Number 88, Boston Barrows out there. Number 10, Robert Vance. Ooh, nearly losing it, Strickland. He's going to keep it himself, and he'll find his way into the end zone for another touchdown.
Boy, I thought for a moment there number 41, Curtis, was going to be able to make a stop in the backfield, but great job by Strickland using his athletic ability to hunt that ball down and then scoot into the end zone for another touchdown.
Yeah, he really did want to make a name for himself, scoring 2 touchdowns for that Jersey Mike's Sub of the Game. I don't know if he knows this or not, but I'm not giving him free Jersey Mike's after the game. He just gets the award. He's probably sitting there thinking, I want the sandwich, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I think it snuck through. It did.
Boy, you got a hand on that extra point, and it was floating over like a wounded duck, and it barely crossed the crossbar, but it went over.
It did. That's all that matters is that it goes over. Do we have that on the replay? Let's see if we can check this out, see what happened here.
Right there in the middle of your screen.
Boom. Number 60, 69, 59.
Yeah.
Is that 59?
I think it's 69.
69? Yeah, if it is 69, I don't have a name for it.
I'll try
for whoever that is.
59.
If it is 59, that it says that's Seth Shumway. So
well, let's give it to him.
Yeah, sure. We'll give you the little bat down right there. And with that, the Crimson Cliffs will be kicking off again here from the 40-yard line, getting things ready to go, 63-3. 8:22 left to play here in the ballgame. And Ottenshot getting ready to send it.
Well, this margin of victory is only going to help Crimson Cliff's defensive numbers overall. Right now, they're averaging an average victory of over 31 points a game.
And on the return, I mean, still on his feet. Not a bad return there by Linville.
Yeah, good to see Linville out there, just working, trying to do what he can to gain a few extra yards. And, if you're a Panther fan, I think you just really want to see if they can pick up some first downs, grinding it out, maybe running the ball, because right now they're just struggling getting the ball downfield at all.
Yeah, they got to see if they can keep moving it.
We've seen them run the one screen pass all night. Usually they throw 2 or 3 of those a game. A little surprised they haven't tried to go back to that play.
Send Costa in motion, and Moore dropping back to pass. Goes across the middle to Jones. Jones picking up 8.
Yeah, we haven't called Jones's name much. I think that's only his 3rd or 4th catch on the night.
On the Holbrook Asphalt replay, and of course Holbrook Asphalt sponsors the Big Score dessert. Head on over to Yogurtland after the game and you can get your first 5 ounces of frozen yogurt free at Yogurtland.
Wait, this thing's moving along. We'll be able to head over there shortly.
I know, just go to say, hey, Holbrook Asphalt Big Score dessert. Incomplete. Not sure who that one was intended for. I think Brock Harris was kind of on the way back and it was overthrown from where Harris was.
One of the things I've seen from Moore is when his first initial read is covered up, whether it be Costa or Jones, if that's not open, he immediately goes to big number 86, Brock Harris. He's looking for that big body almost to a fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's got to learn to stay on, go first progression, second progression, even third progression. Just so, defenses can't key on that.
And dropping it, ball on the ground. He keeps it himself, moving forward.
He might have got
the first down.
That's a heads-up play by Moore right there. He tried to fake the handoff.
They do move those chains.
Oh, that's good. Tried to fake it there.
He tried to fake it, and Tonga kind of knocked the ball out of his hands, and he falls forward. Might have been a generous spot from where the knee was, but you know what?
At 63-3, I think they're giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, that's fine by me.
Yeah, for those of you at home, we're pushing 6:15 left on the 4th quarter clock.
Yeah, we're moving. We're cooking through this game right now. Here's the snap, and Moore again looking to pass. Going to go up the field and incomplete.
Yes.
And flag coming in on the play.
Well, the safety came in early.
Yeah, they're going to pass interference this one. And again, with the running clock, they do stop it for penalties, of course.
Until they set the ball, right?
Once they set the ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure who number 16 is for Crimson, but he got there about a yard early, so it's pretty obvious. Jones was open in the middle of the field, would have been a big gainer. So it does negate that, but it'll be a 15-yard penalty.
And that is Kiowe Aquin.
Aquin is the last name?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. As long as I'm pronouncing that correctly, yes, that's exactly what it is.
Well, his mom and dad are probably listening. We'll probably get a phone call here in a minute. Of course, then again, it's 63-3. They might not call.
Yeah, they might. Might not.
Now, if this game is streaming live on KSL, they might.
Maybe.
Maybe.
On a first down for the Panthers, it's the easy way to get first down on those penalties.
Yeah.
Handoff to Tonga. A little bit of a delayed handoff as he's wrapped up around the ankles by Caden Hawes. And up top by Max Griffiths for Gain of 3 yards.
Yeah, just good hard running by Tonga. Kept those big legs churning and was able to break 1 tackle and then get a couple more yards. So he's not, the effort's not going away over there on the Pineview side, which is good to see.
5 minutes left on the clock here in this game. And it's 2nd down. Here's the snap. Look at the passes. Moore taking off with it. He's got a lane up the front. He's got a 1st down and a little bit more with the ball down to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that's just a nice job by Moore, recognizing the defense has dropped into man coverage. He got through the first wave of defenders, and so he takes off with the ball, picks up real positive yardage for a 1st down.
Yeah, good call there by the quarterback to find that lane and keep it himself. 4:23 now left on the clock and ticking here at the fresh set of downs for the Panthers. And Moore on the snap, looking to pass again. He'll go just shy to the feet of Matthew Costa.
Boy, that time Moore, he kind of short-armed it. You know how in baseball they'll kind of throw it from an elbow position?
Yeah.
He's got to get that arm back and just drive that ball in there. He had Costa open, but he just one-hopped it in there. Kind of looked like a little wounded duck there.
Yeah, Costa was trying to really what was supposed to be more of a cross route there. He had to kind of come back and curl back into it with it being a little underthrown. Now 2nd down. Looking to air it out, goes again to the side. This time it's Jones. Jones past the 30, and he'll go taken out of bounds around the 25.
One thing about Quincy Jones is he gets the ball in his hands. He's electric. And he made 3 or 4 Crimson Cliffs players miss. And
one there, kind of carries that one out of bounds with him. But it is enough for the 1st down here for the Panthers. Getting ball at the 25-yard line.
They were down to 3:15 left now, Caden.
Some new faces finding their way into that Crimson Cliffs defense as well. Pressure coming right up the middle and overthrown.
Well, they tried
for Tonga.
They tried to go to that running back screen, which I was talking about just a few minutes earlier. That's a big play for them. They had the right call on because they had a blitz on. Crimson did. If they could have executed the pass, he probably would have picked up. Well, he would have been inside the 10-yard line because there was no defender until about the 12-yard line. Just a little too much pressure that time on Moore before he could release the ball.
And it's 2nd down here. Costa goes in motion. And pressure coming towards Moore. Moore with some guys right at his back. He slides down after a gain of 4.
Well, that's a good job of Moore. He locked on to Harris that time, was trying to see if he could get open, and he couldn't find him. He did look to a second receiver, and they were well covered, so he did a nice job just avoiding the pressure because he had 2 Crimson Cliffs guys on his back, chasing him out of the pocket just to pick up positive yardage.
3rd and 6, under 2 minutes to play. And looking to pass. Has a lane in front of him. He'll take it, slide down again. And it's just enough to gain that 1st down, I believe. And
yep. He's, they called him right at the 10-yard line, which is where he had to get. So it's 1st and goal inside the 15-yard line.
Yep.
So 1st and goal from the 15.
Well, 1st and 10. 1st and 10 from the 15.
Well, you knew what I meant.
I knew what you meant. Inside the red zone, how about that?
That's right. Cache Valley Bank red zone. Got to give a shout out to them.
Well, it's the 2nd time they've been in the red zone tonight, just barely. And pass was behind the intended receiver. Under a minute left to go here with the clock continually winding down. Again, coming up, Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. I want to thank Johnson Pediatric Dentistry for their new patient special. You got to check that out. They have an exam, x-rays, just $79. Give them a call, 435-656-0511. We'll be hopping into that here shortly. 30 seconds left of gameplay. And Tonga takes it on the pass down to the sideline. He's pushing forward. Is he in?
He's in, I think, Caden.
He says he's in. I'm not seeing any sort of signal. Did they call it? They call it touchdown.
Well, there you go. There's that little screen pass out to Tonga on the wide side of the field and gets a head of steam going. Had a lineman out in front clearing the way for him, and just like that, Pineview gets their first touchdown on the night with 22 seconds left here in the fourth.
That's the way to do it. The extra point is up, and it is
no good.
No good.
Well, he's got plenty of leg.
Yeah, and it's number 8. We do not have a roster number 8, so I'm not exactly sure who that is, but extra point, no good. 63-9 is your current score, and we will we'll keep it right here as we are counting down the seconds. And again, Crimson Cliffs kind of just carrying through this game all the way to the very end. Early on, of course, getting plenty of scores on the board to where this has just been coasting through the second half.
Well, if you're Pineview, you got to be happy with, you end the game on a positive note. Your offense gets a score. Kind of gives you a little bit of momentum as you think about that big game coming up on Wednesday now, a short turnaround. And psychologically, that every little thing helps because they are banged up. And so something they can lean on for next week.
Yeah. By the way, final over at Dixie High School, where Snow Canyon wins 14-10. So
wow.
A low-scoring ball game, but Snow Canyon does get the win. And with the win here from Crimson Cliffs, all they got to do is just beat Dixie.
Well, you're absolutely right, yeah.
Because if Dixie wins, that would be the tiebreaker, right?
Yeah, because they would have beaten them head-to-head. You're right.
Yep. So they still have to get through Dixie, but Crimson, of course, winning here tonight gets just one step closer to that region title. And it's a roller. Mustangs will pick it up, and they'll field it out for the final seconds of the ball game here with the clock hitting 0 now, and that'll be it. That's the end of the game. Your score 63-9. Mustangs will win it, and that will do it for the ball game. We'll take a short break. When we come back, it's the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. Stick around with us here on the Fan Sports Network.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you could still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
The Fan Sports Network is your home for local sports. Catch The Drive with Devin Dixon from 7 to 9, and From the Bleachers with Caden Formaster and Mark Musgrave from 4 to 6. Plus, Utah Tech and high school sports live on the radio and streaming on the fansportsnetwork.com.
Final score here from Crimson Cliffs High School. The Mustangs get the win 63-9 over the Panthers. Welcome into the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show, where we'll be bringing you some of the awards, handing out the awards to those players who deserve it, and wrapping things up here from Crimson Cliffs High School. So, first on the board, the Jersey Mike's sub of the game. I think we're both going with the same guy, Darius Strickland, rushing in 2 touchdowns as the backup quarterback tonight.
Yeah, I had him circled we were talking earlier in the broadcast, and when he's in the game, he likes to run the ball, and he got in the end zone twice. The second one was the most electric one of the. Excuse me. The second one was the fake.
Yeah, the first one was the option fake. The second one was after the pick that got him down to the 1 yard line.
Oh, that's right.
And
but the option one was a beautiful play by him.
Yeah,
the right read, and then he had an open lane to the end zone, and he glided right in. So
found his way in there. So Darius Strickland, the Jersey Mike's sub of the game. Let's talk about our Hearst Ace Hardware player of the game. I know what you're thinking.
Yeah?
You're thinking Ty West, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm thinking Ty West.
He had 3 touchdowns?
3.
Is that what it ended up being?
Yep.
He probably had he had at least 150, probably closer to 200 yards passing, I would assume. I mean, or receiving yards, I should say. So, why not, Well, why not go that direction?
He set the tone for the night. I mean, we were, 5 plays into the game and gets a 48-yarder, and then the next time they get the ball, it's a 54-yarder.
Yeah, plenty of reasons to choose him for tonight's Hearst-Ace Hardware Player of the Game. The Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game. I feel like there are a few here, but I kind of want to go with, I believe it was Boston Adamson tiptoeing down the sideline over here and finding his way into the end zone. An athletic play, a good heads-up play. He used his blocker and at the last second found his way in for the touchdown.
Well, and it was one of those crafty plays where he almost used his own blocker as a defender, and Pineview thought he was just going to run out of bounds, and he just tiptoed down the sideline and kind of snuck through there.
I mean, about an inch between his foot and the white line there. He was able to get it all the way through and down for the touchdown.
And then he turned the Jets on, and like you said, it was an easy score for him. But, yeah, that's a great play right there.
And for our let's go to, let's see, what do we have left?
Defensive player?
Let's go defensive play of the game. Mountainland Supply defensive play of the game. We got to probably go with the Jay Sweeten pick six, huh?
Our minds are aligned correctly there.
You got to go with that Jay Sweeten pick six all day long. It was close. There was nearly another pick six that we could have gone with.
Yep.
But we'll go with the Jay Sweeten pick six. Nearly the who was it? The Caden Madsen had the other pick, so we at least have to give him a shout out for having that pick and taking it down to the one. But we'll go with the one that got points. How about that?
Yeah, if Caden Madsen would have got in the end zone, it would have nullified just Sweeten, because he gets it a lot.
Sweeten gets it a lot. So Madsen, you're a close second.
Yes.
1 more yard and you would have got it. 1 more yard.
Don't let him catch you on the 1 yard line, buddy.
There you go. There you go. All right. Well, we will wrap it up right there. Thank you guys for joining us on this broadcast. It's been a fun one for you Crimson Cliffs fans, I'm sure, to see them put 63 on the board. But we have one more week of high school football in the regular season. That'll be Wednesday night here on the Fan Sports Network. Make sure you're tuning in. We're going to be bringing you coverage of I believe 2 of the 3 ball games this Wednesday night. So make sure to stick around for that right here on the Fan Sports Network. But want to thank Sky running the camera up top, and of course myself, Keith, on the broadcast. And we will see you on Wednesday. Have a good evening, everybody.
Night.